What's good, peeps? Thanks always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. All right, big fight this weekend. ERROL Spence versus Shawn Porter. Unification fight, IBF belts and WBC belts on the line. Regardless of the belts, I think it's a fight between two guys in the top five. ERROL Spence is people's #1 or worst case #2 behind Terence Crawford. Shawn Porter, I guess, what, #4, right? You'd have ERROL Spence, Crawford, Pac-Man, then probably Porter, maybe above Furman. So two guys in the top five squaring off with each other. You would think that there'd be more excitement. Is it just me, or is there not the kind of excitement there should be for a big unification clash in what was or what is the marquee division in boxing? I don't know if it's because a lot of people have ERROL Spence as a very big favorite, right? You ask 100 people, I think 100 people would probably say ERROL Spence wins. Maybe that's it. I'm not quite sure. Before we talk about that, and we're going to talk a lot about the level of excitement for this fight, can someone categorically, not think or guess, but categorically tell me there's drug testing for this fight? VADA drug testing. I've been trying to find out for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and I can't find anything that suggests there 110% is VADA drug testing for this fight, which I think is important. I think, look, I fully understand how expensive drug testing is, but both these guys are making millions, right? This is a big, big fight. One of the big fights of the year. No excuses should be drug testing for this fight. And I mean top-end drug testing. I don't mean your standard drug testing a week before and maybe you take a bit of blood and piss in a cup on the night of the fight. I mean extensive drug testing 3 months before the fight starts, and another, 3 or 4 weeks, maybe even a month after the fight. That's what I need. I haven't seen anything to suggest that is the case. I follow VADA on Twitter. I'm guessing a lot of you guys do as well. And normally, well, not even normally, all the time, VADA tweets when fighters have entered the drug pool, and they would tweet once they've left it and there are no adverse findings. If there is adverse findings, they don't normally tweet anything because they can't. But if everything's okay, they tweet both when the fighters enter the drug testing pool, and when the fighters leave the drug testing pool. I have gone back to, when did I went all the way back to June, I think, just to see if I've missed it, just to see if I've missed that tweet. I can't see any tweet suggesting that ERROL Spence and Shawn Porter have entered drug testing. I've not seen it. For those of you that will say, oh yeah, but Shawn Porter's on all year round drug testing. Guys, you know how I feel about all that all year round drug testing shit. It means nothing. I want extensive drug testing from now, and I don't think it's happening. Again, we saw this with Keith Thurman versus Manny Pacquiao, where there was no drug testing. Manny Pacquiao did look quite good. Not saying that's the reason, but hey, it is what it is. So yeah, can anyone confirm if there really is drug testing? Again, don't guess, don't assume, categorically confirm, because I can't, and I really hope there is, because I don't want this fight to have that asterisk next to it, because I think it will be a good fight. Back to, does the fight excite people? I don't think there's been any level of excitement. I've gone onto social media, which is normally a good gauge, right? People normally talk about it and get excited and pumped up. I can't wait till the weekend. I haven't seen any of that. PBC has spent a lot of money promoting it, right? I mean, I've looked in random places, NFL games, they're pushing it. They've had Shawn Porter on to the PBC sit down. I think he always does that now with Kate Abdo and Abner Mars, pushing it. They pushed the fight a lot, but again, not much excitement. Not much excitement at all. I wonder if it will take a blow on pay-per-view. I expected it to get around that 300,000 figure. I don't think it will get that. I really don't think it will get that figure. Again, it might be just because a lot of people expect ERROL Spence to blow Shawn Porter away. I'm not one of those people, by the way. I do think that every time Shawn Porter has been in with what I would like to call world-class operators, it's been a tough night's work. Brook, right? I mean, he lost, but again, was that a majority decision? I can't remember. Tough fight, right? Ask Brook, tough fight. Furman lost, but again, tough fight. Squeaky thin decision. Garcia won that one, tough fight. Those are the world-class operators he's been in the ring with, and he's not embarrassed himself. Is ERROL Spence just way above those? I don't know. Is Shawn Porter past that, right? Is he past his best? We don't know, but I still expect Shawn Porter to put up a good performance. I expect Errol Spence to win, but I don't think it's going to be easy. That's why I'm very intrigued. It doesn't look like the rest of the boxing world is intrigued. What do you guys make of the fight? What do you guys make of this drug testing issue? Fingers crossed I'm wrong and I've just missed the tweet. But I don't think I have. Again, I think for the last 3 or 4 weeks, I've been trying to find out everything I can about this fight with regards to drug testing, and I can't find anything. Someone did tweet me the other day and say something like there is drug testing, but it's a secret or something like that. Again, that just raises more suspicion, right? Why is it a secret? We don't know. But I expect it to be a good fight. I'm looking forward to it. In the end, though, I do expect Errol Spence to be the new IBF and WBC champion. It's a shame that Pac-Man has the WBA belt, because obviously he's come out now and said he wants to fight Mikey or Danny Garcia. Pac-Man, unfortunately, doesn't want anything to do. It doesn't look like Errol Spence. I can't blame him, to be honest with you. But it would be good to see or hope that there could be a potential for sort of one guy having all the belts next year. I really do believe that if Manny Pacquiao didn't have the WBA belt and there was a chance for an undisputed fight between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, I think it would happen. I think the fans would make it happen. I think there would be a big push to determine who was number one. But with Manny Pacquiao having WBA belt, I don't know. I feel like Crawford Spence isn't going to happen just because it's not an undisputed. I think that just sounds a lot better, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, it'd be a unification clash, but undisputed, someone having all the belts and the ring belt around their waist would just be, I don't know, historic. And that's why I think it would happen. I can't remember the last time that has happened, especially at welterweight. Can't remember where guys had all the belts. Can't remember. Obviously, Floyd rarely fought for the IBF, if any. Pac-Man, no. I'm not a boxing historian by any stretch of the imagination, but I can't think or can't remember a time where someone's had all the belts at 147. Can't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong, drop a name, but I can't think of anyone that's had a clean sweep. Again, if Manny Pacquiao didn't have the WBA and that was out in the open, I do generally think there would be an undisputed fight in 2020, but there won't be. Peace.